What's going on, everyone? Miguel here at Retro Basement. I want to talk a little bit about the Dragon Ball movie that's coming out in 2018, specifically the summer of 2018. There's been a lot of theories on the internet and a lot of hypotheses that have been coming out of other anime critiquers, and I wanted to offer my 2 cents in regards to this anime series that's been ongoing for years now. I believe the next movie will lead into another show because, as we have been seeing over the last two movies, generally those have been turned into shows. And depending on how this new movie goes, it could end up being a prequel to what was Dragon Ball instead of being a continuation of Dragon Ball Super. And let me tell you what I mean by this. The movie that's coming out, the rumors that have been going on, and the websites that have been showing little tidbits of things, saying the next movie is titled Saiyan. And I can take that and basically come up with a hypothesis or a theory in multiple different directions. Saying Saiyan could lead to Universe 6 in regards to their planet Sedona and going there, which has been talked about a lot. Or it could be a prequel to Dragon Ball and go back into the origin of the Saiyan race, which I believe could happen. Why I believe this could happen? Because it could lead to characters that we never knew of, which could lead to new protagonists, new obstacles, because just seeing Goku and Vegeta all the time is getting a bit tiresome, so it might be time to give them somewhat a break. And before I get hate and death threats, don't get me wrong, I love Goku and Vegeta, and I love having them in the show, but having a prequel will give them time to come up with better material in regards to if the Dragon Ball Super show comes back at all. It'll give them a chance, to come up with new stuff. If this is a short show, which is maybe a year, year and a half, 2 years long, then again, Dragon Ball Super wasn't very long either in regards to how it lasted. But this will give them time to perfect a better Dragon Ball Super or a better Dragon Ball Super Z or Z Super or whatever they title it if they ever bring Dragon Ball back, and if it doesn't take 10 to 20 years to bring it back again, if they decide to. But yeah, I believe that the next movie could possibly lead into a prequel series. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's great because I would love for more Dragon Ball Super goodness to come back and grace the television because I'm a huge fan of the show. It's been taking up some of my Saturdays, 30 minutes at a time, but it's been fun. And I think this is a good thing because it could lead into the original Super Saiyan God, what Beerus was looking to fight before he ran into Goku, and they had to do their little ceremony to get Goku to a Super Saiyan God status per se. So yeah, this could end up being a prequel, but it's a chance it might not end up being a prequel, and it might end up being what I talked about in the beginning of this video. It could be a continuation where Vegeta finally, after they win the Tournament of Power, of course, if that happens, where Vegeta finally gets to visit, if I'm not mistaken, Universe 6, planet Sedona. And there's a lot of mysteries about that world and their stands as well, so that could be interesting to uncover since they have a whole world, a whole planet of Saiyans that are still amongst the living. But yeah, there's just so many possibilities that could happen, but I do think that this movie could end up being a show similar to what they did with Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. Well, yeah, I do hope this happens because I think it would be a whole lot of fun to just introduce us to new characters ones we haven't seen before and finally root for some different protagonists in the Dragon Ball universe. Then bring Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Super Z or Dragon Ball Z Super or whatever the heck they want to call it back at some point in time. But yeah, Dragon Ball might not come back at all. Maybe they just decide to do the movie thing because it's cheaper. Probably it takes less time and it can come to the movies for a few nights before coming to DVD and Blu-ray. They can make a whole bunch of money that way and also off merchandise. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Is Dragon Ball Super going to come back as something else as far as like a different arc? Or are we going to get a prequel to Dragon Ball, which is going to show the Saiyans in a new light? Where we're going to get new protagonists, new this, new that. But Beerus will still be there, most likely. So I'm really hoping that something comes out of this rather than nothing in regards to Dragon Ball, since I like the show so much. It'll be a step back because we won't see our Super Saiyans all over the screen and Super Saiyan gods and all that stuff. But it would be nice to find out, a little bit more backstory of certain universes and characters before, things got a bit chaotic and, the Saiyan race was destroyed, other races were enslaved, yada yada, and etc. etc. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Again, this is Miguel at Retro Basement. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button, please. Take care. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Bye-bye.